How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Happy last day of January. We made it through the first month of 2022. I think it was trying me at the beginning there.
January has been the longest year.
Yes, it
Hasn't it?
has. 100%. Decade, maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
We have a lot of people here. Oh my goodness. Let me try to click through. Andrea was here first. Hi. Hello. Eva came in. Devin with the howdy. Hello, Adam. Richard. Yay. So glad to see all of you guys doing the wave. That wave was for everybody. AF Stewart. Good to see you. Morgan's here. Barrett and I have been hanging out in the chat. Yes, it was like almost time. Grab the snacks.
Right.
Very cute, Devin. Sin, hey. My reading buddy. We need to get on some more stuff to read together. Hey, Amanda. Oh my goodness. So good to see everybody. So we are bringing back the writers wrap up. I missed doing them where we just get to catch up with everybody at the end of the month because everybody's got so much going on. It's sometimes hard to keep up with everyone. So today, just so you know, Sarah and I are going to be swapping channels. Chandra has agreed to be a co-host with us. So occasionally it might be on your channel, Chandra. Surprise! Because life is busy, and we tapered off at the end of the year. It just got kind of crazy, and neither one of us could keep up. So we need that third person. So that is you. Chandra was like, "Yes, we'll do." So we're like so happy.
You heard it here first.
Yes. And our guests today, we have Barrett and Natalie, and Ashley's going to be joining us in a little bit. She's going to join us about 30 after. So I can't wait to get caught up with her. If you guys do not know Ashley, she is delightful. She's always got so much going on. Like, she's one of the craftiest people I know here on the interwebs. I know, it's incredible. I'm like, what new thing are we doing now, Ashley? Just tell us.
Dobby, laying in the sunlight is just majestic right now. It's just like the beam of sunlight on Dobby, and it's like, I own this.
Yeah. I think that's part of why he's so excited about being in my lap, because as you can see, I'm getting full sun right now. Just all of the sun.
Yeah. We were getting the Dobby tosses while the intro was going on. I was like, "There's Dobby."
Yeah, he grabbed me with all of the claws, and I was like, "Okay, it's fine."
Yes. Since I haven't got snacks yet. Ooh, coffee machine though. So I'm pouring myself. Yes, enjoy that. Hello, cool gamer. How are you doing? D, hello. Yes, and then everybody is saying hi to everybody, which you guys know. I love it when you guys do that. So let's go around, and I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves. We will go clockwise, starting with Barrett. You guys know the routine. Go for it.
Hi, my name is Barrett Laurie. I am an aspiring kidlit author. On my channel, you can see me failing upwards at that on the regular. I do vlogs once a week, and starting in are we in February? No, sorry, never mind. Starting next month, interviews the other day of the week. Chandra is my next interview on Thursday. Apologies, Chandra, that I've done nothing for that yet, but I'll be doing that today. You're welcome. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. And then Critique Group Live every second Thursday of the month. And then AuthorTubers React once a month with Nia and Zara, Charlie, and is it me? And then someone else.
It's you. Everybody else is just guests. So I'm making Chandra a regular at this point. And I would love for Sarah to be a regular. Like, y'all, they're all just my regulars.
Yeah.
Like whenever I can get you guys on.
Love it. That's me.
Yeah.
Oh, completely forget we always have to do this. Hello, I am Sarah Cahill. I am an aspiring writer here on AuthorTube and also over on Twitch. I do writing vlogs, experiment videos, and go through my journey into trying to become a published author. It's not going so well right now, but It'll pick up. It's okay.
It was. Hey, Isabel.
Hi, everybody. My name is Chandra. This is Dobby. I am a science fiction, fantasy, and historical fiction writer when my cat allows it. I also make videos about reading, writing, and all things books. And I also co host Flash Fiction Live with Natalie Locke, who is right over here. And we are also kicking off tomorrow, Flash Fiction February. So if you would like to participate, go ahead and follow us both on Instagram. Here's my handle, and Natalie's, I'm sure, is in the description. So definitely do that. We'll be posting live prompts every single day through February. That one. Anyway, the name of the month is not important. Just know that it starts tomorrow and it will be happening for 28 days. That is all.
Awesome. We'll let Natalie do hers.
My audio works.
She's ready. Oh,
yeah,
your audio.
the audio works. It's just the video right now is gone to crap, and my daughter just got home, so that actually worked out well because you didn't hear the dogs go "Burr, burr, burr, burr," the whole time. But I just imitated it, so you might as well have.
That's fine.
Chandra introduced me well, my co-host for Flash Fiction Live, and then we are doing Flash Fiction February, which, by the way, I will be posting some templates on IG during this stream at some point. So if you're following Chandra and I, you'll be able to see those templates and be able to save them to track your daily progress through Flash Fiction February. And it's not necessary you have to do every day, by the way. We got it set up so it's not like a Flash Fiction streak or anything like that. What else? Oh, I'm documenting my own writing path to and from these Flash fictions, trying to figure it out, documenting my life right now through the query trenches. Whenever I get an email from an agent, usually a rejection, I share it with all of you without the name of the agent. Yes, there is a spreadsheet for all the literary agents that I submitted to, and it's up to date. And then, and today, what I plan to do, because I can't do Flash fictions today since I know I'm about to get my fill tomorrow. Today, I plan to broach my life onto TikTok. So, Writer Lock on TikTok, Writer Lock on Instagram. Follow me for the chaos. Now you might see me jump off and jump back on so I can fix this camera.
All right, no problem. And you are on my channel. I'm Nia, the Vixen of Fiction. I host AuthorTubers React. I co-host with Barrett, Charlie, and Zara. I co-host this fun thing right here. And next weekend, next Sunday, we are doing episode 2 of our Scripting the Book Club. So if you have read or watched The Princess Diaries, that is what we're doing on Sunday at 2:00. So if you want to come chat with us about it, that's what's going on. So you can find me here. I do writing sprints on Fridays on Twitch also. So guys, who took the leap and did New Year's resolutions? Come on, I know somebody did.
I do them every year, but I do my 300 things method, so it's kind of it is a revolution. It is a resolution. I don't expect the words from me today. That is all. It is kind of a resolution, but there's no beating myself up if I don't get exactly the thing done or if I don't get all of the things done. It's more how much can I get done and in what areas, because that shows me what it is that I'm actually interested in. So instead of I failed, it's, ooh, let's do more of this next time and let's do less of this next time because this didn't go so good.
Yeah. Same. I don't give myself resolutions because I am notorious for not sticking with them. So anything that I want to do during the year would be under any writing goals that I have. because I don't see the point of New Year's resolutions in that sense. I don't know why. I just never have. Like, why wait until January to, start again with whatever the usual resolutions are, healthy eating or exercise or this, that, and the other. So it's just mostly what I want to focus on, which is usually in the realms of self-care and productivity for my working life, rather than a resolution for my entire life, sort of thing.
Yeah, mine. Oh, yeah, I'm unmuted. Sorry. I thought mine would be the same as Morgan's. I don't really think it's resolutions, but I have goals, and one of them is similar to what Eva's was, which was finish a draft and have it ready to query by fall. Like, those were my, that felt more achievable than I'm going to quit eating toast. I ate 3 pieces of toast today, so clearly toast and I are not breaking up anytime soon. But yeah, was that a dodge of that question?
What, for me?
Oh, I think Mia's talking. I think we've got her muted.
Yeah, that was me muted. It was so cute. I made the most profound point, but now it's gone. So you guys missed it. But yeah,
Well, just imagine it was the best thing ever, and oh my god, you know what? That was really touching me. I'm so glad you said that, because that it just embodies my entire goal setting method.
I have never wanted toast more than I do now. So wherever that was headed with toast, thank you.
I was reading Richard's comment, and I was like, right? Toast is just so good.
Oh, truth. Find me someone that doesn't love it.
But also potato bread.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Apple butter. Ooh. Game raised. That's what oh, no. See, there's where Richard lost me. Right there. I went and bought some. I tried it, and it was gross. Marmite. I tried it.
No,
I gave it a go. It wasn't for me. So I know it's very popular, but it was not for me.
Is that like Vegemite?
It was it was meatier tasting than I would have liked.
For bread?
No, this is like a topping on the bread.
Okay.
Topping and then you put this stuff on it, and yeah, it was different. It was different. I shouldn't knock it. So it's different.
That always makes me think about Weetabix.
I don't. The what?
Weetabix. It's a kind of cereal. Calling it cereal is generous, to be quite honest. But if you put even the smallest amount of moisture on it, it dissolves into it's gonna sound disgusting, but flaky cream of wheat.
Oh, that doesn't sound.
That really doesn't sound bad.
Yeah,
really? Is it the Southern in me? That's
grits.
No, not like that, but like mush.
Oh. It's mush.
But cream of wheat is good.
Yeah.
Weetabix is best when you put it in the tiniest bit of milk and you eat it as quickly as you can, so it's still got its shape and its crunch. Because the second it starts getting soft, it's just like... We use it in the UK a lot, and we'll mix it with milk and we'll feed it to babies as baby food. But it's that sort of texture.
Oh, kind of like rice cereal.
Yeah, when it gets too mushy.
But cold.
Yeah, you lost me at cold.
Really?
Jenna, I have a good keto bread recipe where I make rolls with it. My husband and my son would make sandwiches with it. It's really good. Surprisingly, because most of the keto breads, I'm like, this ain't it. But if you can find one, and yeah, potatoes are a main food group for me too. Like, I can eat potatoes just about any way you can make them.
Same.
I've been flipping through this planner for the past 5 minutes because in my weekly thing, whatever you want to call it, there's this empty space like right here, which is perfect to put 2022 goals. And that's what I thought I did. But no, past Natalie put it on the January monthly page her goals because y'all were talking about goals, and I was like, oh yeah, I wrote mine down. I planned ahead. Apparently,
You wrote your
I've
goals
had-
down? I'm
I
so
did.
impressed.
That is
did.
impressive.
And I did a video and I outed myself, so we're gonna see how that video plays out.
It's always best when you make them really super public like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
And you
I've
can watch
already
them
met.
one by one fall by the wayside. It's like, yeah.
Yep.
Well, now I have a follow-up question because y'all don't write your goals down?
Yeah. Wait. What?
Not at the end of the year like that necessarily. Like I have a general list of things that I want to do, so I will add to them
Go and get my
whenever.
journal for me.
So that's how I do my 300 things.
Okay.
Go and get my journal
Like I
for me.
have, this is page 1. I have 12 pages that are dedicated to this. So these are the ones that are complete now, and I've got a half a page here. But those are all my things.
Yep, I used to do that.
It's
Yeah, I
actually
was gonna say, I feel like I did that when I was in. I feel like now
I used to do that.
I've just
How
gotten
old are you? I probably did it when I was around your age. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
At this point, I'm holding on to life by my fingernails. So I'm just like, if I can keep 2 goals this year, win. And it's not hard to remember 2.
Well, so I will say this maybe sounds like cheating, but one of my goals is like this year I read 82 books. So
Nice.
I had originally planned for 52 books.
Yeah.
But because I went so far beyond, I was like, well, let me try for 75 this year. But I also have different milestones marked. So instead of just saying I'm going to read 75 books, when I hit 5 books, I'm like, yay, me. And that was a goal. And then 10 books is also a goal. And I'm like, woo, woo, I did it. And then, you know, incrementally. But I also have some of those where it'll be like, okay, I want to read 5 Westerns this year. So if out of those 5 books that I've already read, I also read 5 Westerns, then I just hit two different goals.
That's the thing, is do multiple goals. So that way, because the people who set one goal, if you fail, you kind of, it brings you down. So I got 7 goals. I've already hit 2 of them already, which was 1, get a MacBook. 2, query therapy sessions, which I'm going through that one. The other goal that I'm gonna hit is do Flash Fiction February, and then by the end of the year, I'm gonna finish hit all 200 Flash Fiction prompts. So like, I'm working towards it. It's getting done. Yeah, and then the other ones, they're being processed.
Yeah, mine are mostly general life goals, and I try to prioritize them. And as I hit them, I tick them off, so that I don't stress out about what I'm not getting done.
Mm-hmm.
Unless what I'm not getting done is something that should be a priority, in which case that will make me a little bit crazy. But yeah, I don't write them down necessarily like this year this must well, no, I guess I kind of do. I'm not going to say that. They're on the list, and then I say on the list I want this to happen by this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I try to prioritize the things that need to happen right away.
What
but
goes
I have
into
so
your
many
prioritization? Is it timeliness, or is it accessibility? Is it because like I believe in like setting goals. Like there's that dream goal, like everything worked out perfectly, and there's 27 hours in a day, not 24. And then I have the all right, listen, let's be realistic. And then I have listen, be nice to yourself. Life happens. I have that goal too. And if I hit one of them, I'm happy.
Yeah. For me, mine would be more of what's a necessity, what needs to happen. Like if things need to happen in order, then I try to push those things that for the next thing to happen, this one thing needs to happen. I try to push this one thing up to make it a priority so that the other things can also fall in line. Because if the other things aren't going to fall in line, if the one thing doesn't happen, then I feel like everything's being pushed off and pushed out of the way. So I try to prioritize it by that. This needs to happen in order for these other things to happen. But I try not to stress out about it because I used to have a very tight type A, very if things don't go perfectly, the world is going to end and I'm going to freak out and everybody in my house is going to be miserable because I didn't get the thing done that I needed to get done right when it needed to get done, even though I could do it tomorrow because I didn't get it done right now. You know, so I've had to learn to chill out a lot so that so that my kids wouldn't grow up to be stressed. And I still have a daughter who's like that. And I'm like, I tried really hard not to put that off on you, but there it is.
It's the battle of nature versus nurture.
Yeah.
And you could have set the environment all you want, but it's in our DNA to act a certain way. And I've seen it with my own kids where like my daughter's absent-mindedness, that's me. My son's drive to say no so that way he can buy himself time to think it over, that's my husband. So we both kind of contributed to this issue.
It was inevitable, yeah. So that's mostly how, and I mostly try not to stress myself out. I've seen people in my family who are also the way that I am really stress themselves out to the point of they could, I don't want to say make themselves sick, but it affects your health when you're very stressed. I've seen people losing their hair, getting wrinkles, just not being able to take care of their diet because of the amount of stress that they put on themselves. So I figure if I can reduce my stress, but still do the things that I need to do, without feeling like the world's going to fall apart if I didn't get this one thing done. And it wasn't something that was like one day it flipped a switch. This has been a process. Like even to the way that my house is clean. Like when I first had kids, I remember my husband would come home, he was in the military, and he'd like peel out of his uniform boots, and I would be right behind him picking it up. And I remember he'd turn around, one day he goes, I can't even live in my own house. And I was like, I'm taking care of everything. He's like, but every time I move, if I move something, I'm going to be there to move it back. I'm like, of course. Because it needs to be perfect.
This is so
I don't see what the problem is.
Oh, my poor husband somewhere is like, yeah, I relate to all that.
So I had to learn to chill out. Yeah. I'm like, okay, it's all right. So I'll let him get into the room before I start picking.
Before you start pulling his clothes off of him?
So he doesn't feel guilty that he took his boots off, at the door in the living room, and I'm picking them right up behind him. He doesn't have the guilt like, oh gosh, am I not allowed to do that? I'm like, no, you're not allowed to do that, but you did, so here I am picking them up.
Why do I feel like you have a cool down timer where like you're like waiting and you're like watching the time, and then as soon as it goes up, you're like, okay.
Yes. It's like 5, 4,
like she's on the starting block and she's
here
like, it's 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So it's things that have taken me years to learn how to relax, and I could see it be very easy for me to go right back to being the way that I was, and then being super stressed out again. Because I'm like, I know what it felt like to feel that tense all the time. Like, this isn't perfect. This isn't happening. I remember that feeling all too well. It'd be very easy to revert back to that. So I just have to remember, relax. It's okay. If it doesn't get done right now, it's not the end of the world.
Because we have similar, definitely not me about the cleaning houses, or like, don't look at this giant stack of stuff that has a place where it goes, but it's easier if it stays right here. But for me, like when I get stressed out, I look for things to do, whether or not it's productive. You could find me compulsively, cleaning a light shade to perfection, even though part of it's broken. Like that's like a coping thing. So by having this list of actual productive things that I can do, it gives me, like, when I'm stressed, I can be like, okay, I have things that I need to be working on, or that I can work on. And it makes me feel a little bit more in control of the general chaos. Although, like, y'all know some stuff happened recently, and my solution to that was to clean out my emails. So did that impact anything immediately?
Yeah.
No. Did it give me a sense of control? You betcha.
Yes.
So,
And there's something liberating when you can, like, you got a to-do list and you go, done. Like,
yes.
it's just that.
Yes.
Scratch it off. Yeah.
I
Yep.
treat myself with more on my to-do list when I do that, but still, it's a good feeling.
Yes.
Do you ever write things down that you've already done so you can cross them off?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So have
Mind
done
over
this.
matter.
You have your to-do list of stuff that you need to do, and your have-done list, which you add to when you get stuff done that is not on your to-do list.
I like
To
that.
make yourself still seem like you're being a productive person when you're really not.
It's like I was really procrastinating doing these other things, but because I did them, let me write them down because I did them.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that working
like
yourself into a corner, though? Those things needed to get done. They just weren't.
I gotta go. My
priority.
dog's having a seizure.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh.
Oh no.
Leave.
Stitch.
Oh.
Oh, hopefully
Oh.
the pepper's okay.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Poor
those are
thing.
always scary.
I
My
know.
really old one had one the other day. They're always scary because you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I saw something from a vet where they posted. I was like, you know, people are always in the comments like, why would you film that? And the vet was like, actually, please keep filming it because if the vet doesn't see exactly what's happening, they don't necessarily
Yeah.
know. So if you can get a video of it, it can be helpful to the vet. So
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. We had a dog that had epilepsy, and it was just so hard because the dog didn't get what was going on, and there's no way to obviously tell them. So that was always the worst part. Was she'd be kind of like out of it for the rest of the day. It wasn't like I could be like, "You're gonna be fine tomorrow," like
Yeah.
you know. But
yeah. Poor
Yeah,
baby.
they can be scary and they don't know what's going on, so you just want to take care of them. So we love our fur babies. Oh, I made it.
Yeah.
Goals.
I relate to that.
Yep. I think I learned that I can only be intentional about one thing at a time. Yeah. Like having one thing that you're focused on. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Same.
Okay, Morgan. No, Morgan.
But
It's not gross. No. What is this?
it's not the taste; it's the texture.
But you
But what is
some
cream
honey
of
in
wheat?
it?
What about grits? Do you like grits?
Yeah, do you like grits?
Is the texture of grits? No. Okay, so it's textural then. So I
Yeah.
kind of
I don't.
because
I don't
you're not
love
really
grits.
grits, you're not like cream of wheat.
Yeah, and because grits is harder than cream of wheat. So
Right.
yeah. Mm-mm.
It's a little
Oh, so
more.
cream-
There's more texture. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, cream of
This
wheat
is-
is porridge. Okay.
Yes, porridge.
Right. Yeah.
Just have to look up more like. Wait, I don't know the term. I know the term. I don't know what the term
This
relates
is what
to.
author tubers do best. Switch the topic to food.
Now, the only way I will eat grits, like it's a life and death situation. There's no other food in the house, and Chandra has to eat grits or starve to death. This is really weird, and it's like, okay, the texture is terrible, but if you put mustard in it, it's not so bad.
Wait, no. What? I'm thinking that's like the worst way to have it. What?
I don't make the rules.
I have
Oh, it's
so
still porridge,
many
okay.
questions.
That's amazing, Sin.
Oh, Sen, that's incredible. Way to go. Okay, but okay. So, like a honey mustard, or are we talking like a Dijon, or like a yellow?
Like a yellow mustard, just a little butter, salt, mustard.
Hey.
No, Jenna, you got to make your own. There's like this stuff. It's like not flour. I don't know what it is at the moment, but I bought some, and
Like
there's a
almond
couple.
flour?
It's not even almond flour. Almond flour is one of the things that's going to make it not taste good. I forget what it is, but yeah, I'm gonna have to find you on a Discord one day, and I'll share it with you. But it my son says it tastes like an artisan type of bread. So he's like, and he's not even keto. My husband was doing keto briefly, but my husband likes potatoes too. So Yeah.
Ooh, I'm so
Not
glad you
gonna
said
work.
potatoes because that's what I'm having for dinner.
They're so yummy.
I didn't know what I was having till this very moment.
I want keto
Mhm.
potatoes.
I don't think that exists.
Oh,
Yeah, no. I'm making like basically a loaded baked potato without bacon, so I don't have any bacon.
Ooh.
But
ooh. You know what? I'm going to
Yum.
forgive you for that whole mustard on the grits thing.
Yep, because you just want it right back.
yeah, don't knock it till you try it.
No, I'm just teasing. I'll try it at some point.
No, like
I
you really
won't,
don't have
because
to.
I don't try.
I feel
I
like
don't try
that
different things.
was like when Lizzo was eating Oreos with mustard on it. There was something going around, so she like went and tried it, and like she didn't say anything in the whole video. She just ate an Oreo with mustard
What
on
would
it.
one say? Like, what is there to say? I feel like it's
Ate
performance
another
art.
one. It wasn't just the one.
I have questions.
Oh, I did write a game plan for the start of 2022.
Like my goal for 2022 is to not eat Oreos with mustard. Like that is my goal.
That's an
for
easy
all of
goal,
2022.
Barrett. I think you can win with that one.
You know what? I'm all about winnable goals.
I feel
Ashley's there.
Oh, hello.
You survived Kid Line.
I did.
Yay.
Oh,
I did.
wow.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. I've been enjoying the conversation so much from the listening, not watching while I was in the car.
Well,
Yep.
grits and mustard and Oreos
Yeah.
and mustard.
Yeah, I heard all of
A
that.
lot today.
You know how all of our topics always somehow turn to food. We cannot help ourselves. It's like I wrote a book, and you know what I ate for dinner?
And I want to hear all about the dinner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Exactly.
Like I'm excited about the book, but also what'd you eat?
Tell me about what you ate.
Tell me how
That
you
is how we
nourished
do.
yourself.
Yes, this was a goal of mine from 2020, and I did actually. I wanted to read. I think I told myself I'm going to read at least 2 books, but I wanted to do 4 if I could, and I did average out at least 3, sometimes more books every month. So for 2021, that was good, and I think I want to do that and up it, which I already have. So far, upping that to minimum of 4 books, 5 or 6 if I can.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I do set myself some reading goals now, just because I had a brief time where I didn't read anything and I wasn't happy about it.
I am
Yeah.
going to count my textbooks though.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely, you
should.
are.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you
I bet
count
they'll be
beta?
the lowest rated books I read.
Do you count beta reads in your list?
I do actually.
I think you should.
I don't.
I'm
My
counting
reading
them in
goal.
my Milwordy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. So
I
how
don't
about you,
count.
Ashley?
Hmm?
New Year's resolutions, yay, nay, somewhere in between?
Yeah, I do set yearly goals. I think sometimes when I call them a resolution, they feel kind of nebulous. You know, like I'm gonna do this more, and then I don't. And then at the end of the year, I'm like, oh man, I didn't do that more because I didn't know what more meant. So I do goals. Last year, I think I set 7 goals and I hit 6 of them. And the last one, I was like, and I don't care about this one because, as a person, I changed quite a bit over the span of 12 months. And so one of the things that I was like, oh, this is going to be really important to me wasn't. So I didn't hit that one. And I was fine with that because I hit everything else. I think setting goals in January or resolutions or intentions is really good as long as you revisit them on a regular basis, whether it's like monthly or every season or here come my kids. I think we made it 2 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah.
Small
as
victories.
long as you're revisiting them and you're not holding them super tight. Like
Mhm.
if you look at like when I did, I knew in March that I was like, I'm not going to hit this goal because it no longer applies. Like I don't care about it. Turns out this thing that I thought would be really important to me isn't, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
totally agree. Sometimes you're like a portion of the way into the year and you're like, that thing that I thought was super important, not important at all.
Yeah.
And this thing that I totally wasn't even thinking about, I really need to work on that.
Yeah, I like to
So.
leave room in my goal planning for those things too. Like, oh, this has become a really important thing to me. I want to make sure I have time for that, so I'm not segmenting it. Like, although you were talking, you have Chandra, you have the list of like it's 100 things, right?
300.
Yeah.
300. That's right. I was like, it's a large amount of things. When I'm feeling stuck or uninspired or like I don't know what to do next, I make a list of 101 things that I want to get done. But I have to make the entire list, and I have to do it in one sitting as much as possible. And like here are 101 things that I could potentially do that I'm interested in doing. And in making the list, because you're going so fast, you might repeat a few, and then you go, oh, this is actually really important because I didn't realize that I'd written this 3 times.
Interesting.
Maybe this is something that I want to put more focus in, or I have a lot of reading goals and only like 3 writing goals. This is interesting. What I'm telling myself is I want to read more, and that's why I'm having a hard time picking which project to work on next, is because I'm burnout.
Yeah.
But doing that quick 101, and the number's arbitrary for me. I just picked 101.
Yeah.
Like the Dalmatians.
That makes it cooler.
Yeah. Well, I started doing it when I worked at Disney World, and I think I picked it because of the Disney thing.
Yeah.
I love that.
And congrats, Crow. You're
Yes.
on your way. That's always good. It's a good
cheering you
feeling
on.
to say,
You
okay, I'm
can do
on
it.
track. I'm on track. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I shout out Stephanie real quick? Stephanie's that you were just on. Stephanie's book comes out tomorrow, everyone.
Oh my goodness!
A reminder that Stephanie's book is out tomorrow. So
Yeah.
yay for Stephanie.
Right.
Congratulations.
Remind us to shout that out again before we end. When we
Yes,
talk
I
about
will.
what's
I
happening in February. I don't want to
I'll
forget
get
that because that's
I'll
amazing.
get the link on a break.
Yes, please
Yeah.
do. Thank you. Isabella said goal in 10-15 years when I finish college. It's to live in
Van life.
Yes.
How cool is that?
I've gone down this rabbit hole on YouTube.
Yes.
I have too. I have house plans of tiny homes that my husband can drive, like big trucks. I'm like, how big? He's like, you can make it whatever size you want, but I have to know what size truck to get to pull it. That's all. I'm like, yes.
Oh, cool. We always joke that I want to do a tiny house, but then I need like a storage building next to the tiny house because my husband plays an upright bass and I play the piano. And so all we need is like a harp and we'll have the 3 clunkiest instruments.
That's true. To figure out how to fit in the tiny.
Yeah, so we need like a house next to the tiny house. This one's where we live and this one's where our stuff is.
Oh. Great about books.
That for sure.
Tiny house. Like, where would we put all the books? And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, what are you saying? I don't understand.
We would build a library
That's
next to the
house. It'll be great. And he's like, they won't roll. And I was like, I don't hear you. I don't hear what you're doing.
Yeah. You're going to end up living in your own little village.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, there's no more space in our tiny house. Guess we need to build a study.
A tiny library.
A tiny library.
Yeah. It'll just be like one little outbuilding after another. That would be really cute, though, to have just little buildings that you can walk to for different things until it rains, in which case it would suck. Never mind.
We turned our workshop. First we turned it into a playhouse for my girls, and then when the girls outgrew it, we turned it into like a guest house, which the guys have taken over. But my daughter was into it. She's like, "This is like a tiny house. I love it. It's got the loft upstairs." The guys took it over though. It's now, we call it the man cave now. They own it.
What's funny is Stephanie's comment right there is 100%. They've been living in a tiny house essentially. They've been living in an RV, not really a tiny house, but close. And
Yeah.
this comment is everything I needed to hear, that Ricky was probably right.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I'm sure that the space you're in right now is smaller than what I was in, but just Dobby and I were in a studio which was the size of a hotel room for 2 years.
Oof.
And it's fine when you can actually go out and do stuff, but in this current world that we live in, I feel that pretty much anybody who's in a tiny house who counted on, well, I travel a lot, or, I'm always, going out and doing stuff. Yeah, I spend most of my time out anyway. It's like, do you? Because I love going to the library. I could live in the library. When you have that option, who cares about having a cozy reading nook at home? You're going to be at the library all the time.
Right.
But
so what you're saying is van life with 3 kids is probably not going to be the thing for me in this
I think
in this season of life.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you do it and you YouTube it, you are going to make a fortune on that YouTube channel.
Great.
I follow some very large YouTube channels of these families living like on the lam. And
all right, Natalie, how's the puppy?
How's the dog?
She's doing better now. She's whining a lot. Which she whined when we first got home today, after dropping our son off. And I'm thinking she might have had a seizure while we were gone, but one of the signs of a seizure is that she loses control of her bowels afterwards. Yeah. And I didn't see any evidence of that earlier today. So not sure if she did or didn't, but she's acting the same way as earlier, which is very pacing, whining. If I leave the room, she's with me, like, constantly. But yeah, and I can't find the medicine. But that's also because while I was traveling for work, my husband had to move the entire house by himself with 2 kids.
Oh, that's...
Oh, yeah. Murphy's Law. So we have no clue where the medicine is. And she's fine now. And luckily, I've experienced it myself. So, like, I feel comfortable that I've already told my husband, since we suspect there was 2 today, if a 3rd one happens, then I'm going to take her to the doctor.
Yeah.
But even when I took her the first time, they're going, sometimes it's one-off, sometimes it happens often, and there's nothing much you can do but let them write it out.
Yeah, that's what they told us about ours, especially as they get older.
Yeah.
So,
and she's 8 years old now.
Oh, baby.
She's 8 years old now, and the only thing that I try to do is not let my kids see and everything, because the last time it happened, I was home by myself with both kids. And the older dog was trying to come over and, like, lay on top of her, but I didn't know that. My older dog tried to, like, wake her up, like, was nibbling at her neck and stuff. And I was like, stop, like, you're getting in the way. So either way, this time, at least it wasn't just me. And so at the end of it, I turned to my husband. I was like, you understand why I was paranoid the last time and, like, told you to quit golf and come home? He's like, yeah, I can understand. I'm like, oh, thank you. 2 years later.
Stephanie made a separate channel too that I followed that did just their traveling stuff. And for someone to travel home, that was a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I did promise that we were going to do some sprints. So we're going to try and at least get 2 in. But this is a chatty. So I did put that in, that this is all chatty, work while we chat type of stream. So I hope that you guys were able to get things done or chill or whatever it is that you're calling productivity for today. And we are going to do our first actual sprint. Let me find my timer. We're going to go for 20 minutes, guys. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, babies. It's so
I was going to say, can you hear him going, I'm Batman?
I'm living for that. That's the best thing I've
You guys, I'm telling you, your kids delight me because mine are grown now. They're all teenagers and up. So I'm just like, yeah, give me all the little kids running around vibes. I love it.
He is Batman, always and forever.
I love it. All right, 20 minutes. Here we go. Let's get a sprint done. Oh, awesome. I am almost finished with the Princess Diaries that we're reading for next Sunday. And I forgot how fun it was to read because Morrison is telling it very much like it is in the movie where he's like telling the story. He's like telling it to his kids. So he keeps stopping it. I'm like, this is such a fun read. It's a very unique writing style. And I'm like, I forgot. But I kind of want to read the original. So I might do that too. Like with just the way that the original author wrote it without the 1973 redo. So it's been a fun read. And then I'm also wrapping up. I've been working on a side project because I can't help myself. But I have projects that I need to be writing on. So that's the problem. Not that I have a side project that I'm working on. It's that I have other projects that really need my attention. But my brain is like, no, look at the shiny new thing.
Your side projects have side projects?
Yes. That part.
Yeah.
I've never actually read The Princess Bride or watched the movie.
I would say
Join us.
watch the movie before you read the book.
Yeah.
Watch the movie, then read the book. But yes.
Yeah, I did that. And so the book is like 400 and something pages, but there is an audiobook abridged version by the guy who directed the film.
Yes, that's the one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and it's like 2 hours and 30 something minutes the way he does it. And then it's funny because at one point I totally didn't realize it, but he was like, so this is about the time that my wife would say that I needed to
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And I was like,
I totally agree with her.
I do agree with his wife. But it is just funny because I'm listening at all times, and usually I listen in the shower, and I also listen at like 2 times speed because it's me. But it was just so funny. I'm like, wash my hair, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's why it's such a fun read. I was like, I like this so much. Yeah. So yeah, those are the things that I've been doing because I read it, but then I'm like, I wanted to take notes because I'm getting ready to watch it also, and I haven't watched it in a minute. I'm trying to think when's the last time I watched it. Maybe
Probably when your kids were little.
Yeah, maybe so.
I'm trying to push it so that I'm actually watching the movie closer to February 6th.
It was the movie that we would take with us to the hospital to watch after I had the kids. So it because it's special, and I knew that it wouldn't be loud for the other moms that were resting, but if I was up super late, I knew that I would be entertaining enough to keep me awake and have like. So it was my hospital movie, and then I left it at the hospital after we had our 3rd kid, and I was like, I guess we're done having children.
We left the movie. So
we're done.
Oh, that's kind of amazing.
I want to get
saying no one should mail you a copy. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, we have watched it. We've watched it since then. We just don't own a copy anymore. So,
Cecilia, there is no doing it wrong. Just hop in, say hi to people, and just whatever you're comfortable with is what I've learned. You do what you're comfortable with. There's no wrong.
Yeah.
What's in that?
If you all don't mind, I'll do my outro really quick.
Can I say one thing, Chandra? Check your email.
Yes, will do. I will do that.
Chandra, go for it.
Thank you, everyone. It has been a pleasure. I'm sorry I will be missing the rest of this, but I will see you next time. I write books about fiction, historical fiction, fantasy, and science. I struggle to speak and make word, but
write good.
Yes. Chandra, write good.
I write.
On that note, Don't forget to follow us on social media, and by us I mean all of us, but also Natalie and I, because we're doing Flash Fiction February with a fresh new Flash Fiction prompt every single day at 9 a.m. So
I promise
definitely
the
do that.
templates will go up soon. I got to figure out how to do that like intro story that says, "Hey, following this, save these."
Yes, do that one.
Or oh, I'm doing it. Okay, I'll do it.
Yep. Okay.
This is the world's best outro I've ever seen in my life.
This is so good.
Keep going.
It's so entertaining.
I hijacked it. It's my fault now. You can put the blame on me. It's not you. Natalie screwed it up.
We're professionals, okay?
We professional, I write.
We actually scripted this, by the way, this whole thing. This is a comedy of errors planned.
Yeah.
That was what was the email was about.
Yeah.
It was the script.
Make it memorable. I think that's what the subject line said. Okay, for real. I'm going this time. Thank you all so much.
Thanks,
So good to
Chandra.
see you.
Hello.
I feel like you have to do the Chandra wave when you're greeting Chandra or saying bye to her. You have to.
I started to, and then I was like, oh no, that's hers.
No,
when she doesn't
do it only for her.
When I watch the YouTube videos and she says hello, I wave at the and she can't see me, but I wave at the screen when I watch her videos.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Oh, good.
I got caught doing. I didn't even realize I did that until I was editing like either this vlog or the vlog before, and caught myself doing it during the writer retreat, where I waved at each of them, even when I'm sitting here typing, not on the stream. I'm just waving at the screen.
Waving.
Like, what is that?
I feel like I need to do what y'all do, where I have like a time lapse just to see what I do, because I'm either really good or really bad, but my mind corrects it, and I'm not aware. One of those.
I get a lot of that. Where I'm like, oh, I do that? Cool.
Learn something new.
Yeah. There's Stephanie. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped your link, Stephanie, for Love and Lattes up above. It's probably scrolled up.
Pre-ordered mine already. I was like,
at midnight. I'm so ready.
Like it.
Awesome.
I honestly have to rein myself back when it comes to spending. Like as much as I want to support all my AuthorTube friends, I get. And this is unfortunate. I probably shouldn't do this, but it's how they're marketing. And Stephanie did really well with her marketing, where she was putting excerpts of it and just reading some of the excerpts. I was like, oh, I want to read this. So I went out and everything. And it's kind of I didn't get Starfish until I saw the Barrett's interview with Lisa, and then I was like, just the talking about it, I was like, I want to read this.
Yeah.
So pretty much I give into peer pressure. So just talk about your book constantly with me, around me, make it part of the subject, and I will cave and spend the money
and buy it eventually. Same.
You heard it here.
Ricky has me on a strict budget. Unless there's like the book that I'm like, oh no, like I've been hearing about this, I have to have this book. And so anyway, he tabulated up what those were in 2021, and it was a much larger figure than I would have imagined. But it turns
wait, he made a little black book of expenses.
Oh, no. He's like that weird human that only uses one credit card. So like he can denote like what everything is, which is also weird, and nobody does that. But anyway, he did it.
I have one credit card that I use regularly, but I do have multiple.
I have multiple, but I have like one that's like my go-to. But anyway, this guy has the one, and I mean, literally, he had broken down every single book, and like it was just a lot for me to see. And then my justification was, but we used to eat out 3 nights a week, and we do not anymore.
Oh, that's good.
And so
that's a good. I like it.
Then he reminded me that we still order out. We just don't actually physically go there to eat.
Oh, yeah. And then you got to tip the driver, not to give him more ammo. I'm sorry.
Right. That's when I was like,
oh no.
Yeah. I feel this, Cecilia. I need to worry more about my novel than other things. Yeah. But yeah, because I want to do all of the things. I want to draw more. I want to make more things. And, but also trying to do the whole AuthorTube thing and then do the Twitch thing. And do I have time to make videos? Do I have time to do live streams? Should I be writing right now? If I wasn't learning how to use OBS and learning how to use a new software to edit videos, if I wasn't learning these things, could I be practicing my writing? So yeah, it's the struggle.
Jump in on this really quickly and just say a quick, it'll be fast. So JC Carpenter just gifted me Masterclass. And I had Skillshare. That was my big expense last year. We just talked about how Ricky's cheap. Anyway, so I signed up for the free Masterclass and did one last night that was amazing from the former editor of Vogue. Issa, I've got to look up her name. Issa something. I didn't know her until I looked up the Masterclass.
She's the inspiration for Devil Wears Prada.
She is incredible. I mean, her message, if that's who she is, if she's the inspiration for Devil Wears Prada, scary. But the message was incredible because it was about, don't be afraid of the time you spend on other creative projects if they can open doors for other creative projects. And it was sort of like lean into those times because maybe, and it sort of goes to what Ashley was saying about her list and subliminally figuring out like where her brain is at the moment. And then leaning into like, you know what, my brain's telling me to read more and write less. Or it was a similar thing with mind mapping, where she was like, lay out all the things you want to do and then lean into where you are at the moment and don't guilt yourself over the things you're not doing. And she goes into a little more about how it's specific about women doing it more to themselves than men and beating themselves up more than men for like time they're taking away from a pet project. So anyway, it goes a lot deeper, but I would say think about that, Cecilia, and don't get too hard on yourself because, you know.
I might be watching that masterclass next.
Yeah.
I'll get her name and let you know. I should have written it down before I jumped in and was like, oh, it's so-and-so that I didn't write down her name. It was so good. And Robin Roberts had me in tears also. Crying throughout it.
I have masterclass. I have not been very good about
watching them,
making time to watch them, because I think, I should be doing all these other things, but that's silly. I should take the time while I have that resource available.
So. I usually, what I do is I pull out my notebook or my iPad, wherever I'm taking notes at, and I'm cleaning, but I've got it there. So when I hear the gems, I'm like, write that down. Because I'm like that. That's why I can't day nap, unfortunately.
Same. And I will say for Margaret Atwood and Judy Blume, go ahead and do 2 times as fast. You won't regret it.
Okay. That's fair.
Maybe Walter Mosley too, maybe. But I'm just saying, just speed it up. You won't be sad.
Oh, yeah, the community is really great, especially if you find a good group of people who, want to work with you and want to do things. You can get critique partners and beta readers and just general support. That's pretty amazing because I don't know where I would be if I hadn't found the writing community. I'd probably be somewhere off trying to just figure it out and be not doing much. Because it kind of just keeps you accountable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Writing is a lonely hobby career. Yep. It's awesome how many writers I've connected with online. Totally agree, Stephanie.
I was just talking to another writer. She's on Instagram, and her and I had the same sense of humor. So I went out on a limb, and I was like, dude, this is going to be creepy, but you're like my online friend. Like, we're besties. And I wrote to her and let her know this, but I was like, we got the same sense of humor where it's very dry to some. We think it's hilarious, and we go dark sometimes to the point where we even scare ourselves and probably delete it and not even post it. So... but then she came back with, she's like, I feel the same way. Like she made it great. She's like, I feel the same way. Then we had a little chat about how our friends, like actual friends, like they don't understand the writing and stuff. They don't, they're not good sounding boards. They go, oh, that's a cool idea. And then they kind of just shut down. Whereas in writing, it's like, oh my God, what if, like, hey, an example today, I told my husband, I was like, what if all hand done stuff, handwriting, painting, anything that was not digital, what if all of that was never taught again? So no kids knew how to write their own name. They only typed it. Like, they could still spell, they could still write and everything, but everything was digital. But then he was a pretty good sounding board, because we were like, well, why would society go that way? And then what would be the reason to make it go, bring back the hand drawn stuff? And so it was fun. But my point is that writing communities, as her and I were both talking about, it fulfills that need of understanding someone that can relate to.
Yes.
Like, I have this idea, I have to write it down. It's like, go for it, do it.
Yep.
Whereas everyone else is like, you want to stay inside your house all weekend? Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Or
Definitely.
I'm going to tell them my friends a little bit, or they have a really great idea that they don't have time to write, but you're a writer.
Yeah. You should write it.
And I love them.
That sounded like you were convincing yourself.
I love my friends. I just think maybe their estimate of how long it takes to write something is very low.
I was listening to somebody who got their. I'm searching on YouTube everyone who's got a literary agent and like how their little story that they post up. And this person said that she was a slow writer, but I think she's also the type that when she writes, she's trying to get the perfect word every time instead of just get the words down, which is everyone has their process. But she said, no, seriously, when I say I'm a slow writer, I write 200 words a day.
But
and so it took her a year to write a novel.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's still.
Yeah.
Anybody on Adam's question? Can a kind of one-sided love triangle that is short-lived still be effective, or are they over and done in fiction? I think a well-done love triangle is not over and done in fiction.
Yeah. Is it a real triangle?
Yeah. I like a well-done love triangle. I just don't like poorly done.
Also, is it a real triangle or is it just like a upside down V?
Is it one person? Like it says one-sided. So is it one person inserting themselves in?
What I'm thinking of is like Midsummer Night's Dream, where what's her face had two guys liking her, but she only liked one of them and like friend zoned the other. So kind of a B there. Because I'm assuming the guys, obviously they were competing against each other. But I feel in that situation, it was kind of well done a little bit. I know Shakespeare's overdone, but it's what comes to mind. Because the guy that liked the girl, I feel like he didn't like her for deep reasons. It was all superficial and stuff. Whereas me, I would love to see a story personally fleshed out where it's like, no, we both like this person for deep, meaningful reasons and connections, not just somebody wants the deep, meaningful connection and the other person's like, oh, they look cute.
Yeah. I think a love triangle of any kind, your triangle, your V, your parallelogram, what have you, as long as you're bringing something new to it, I don't think they're overdone. I think there are still readers for that.
Yeah. I think where people think it gets kind of... Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
So there's a reason people will like reread, if they read fan fiction, they'll reread the same tropes and cliches over and over and over again because they enjoy them. And yes, tropes and cliches, sometimes some of them can be overdone, but as long as you do it in a different way or a play on it, it's like some people will read it regardless if it's the type of trope or cliche that they enjoy reading.
Yeah. Because I hear all the time people are like, oh, love triangles are so bad, but we keep reading them. Something about them reels us in every time.
For me personally, when I read a story that's not romance, where there's a triangle that pops in, so basically YA fantasy, when I'm reading that, I find often what's happened is kind of like what Crow's comment is about, like, what is the definition of the triangle and who likes who? Because I think that what gets me is when the third person in the triangle is really only there to like add tension. There isn't really anything that makes me believe they should be a couple. Right. Where all you have to do is make me believe that I want to ship both, and then whichever side of the coin those readers are on are going to want to ship the one they like the most, right?
Yeah,
I think
like it to be compelling.
Yeah, it becomes inauthentic when it's like, oh, they're only here to like make me wonder, except I write these, so I'm not wondering it. I know
it's obviously that these two are the pair, and this third person is just here to be the foul in the play.
Right.
But nothing's really going to go on there.
Like,
But
what
if
are
you
their
have
motives?
two great guys, and there's one girl and two great guys or two great people, and you know, like, oh gosh, who is this person going to pick?
Right.
You know, then it's like, oh, now it's more intriguing. Versus, they're just there to mess things up for my couple, you know.
So versus the best friend or the mysterious new person.
Yeah.
And then that's the love triangle. And it's like, but why?
That was very common for a long time in young adult fantasy. It's still there a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm excited to read Cool for the Summer. I think that will be an actual triangle.
I don't know Cool for the Summer.
I believe it's by Dahlia Adler. And the cover is amazing.
Hear that, Ricky? We got another book.
Sorry, Ricky.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't remember if it's about to come out or it just came out, but
add it to the list. Yes, Adam, that's exactly the two I was thinking of.
Yes.
Let me pop through some more of these really quick.
Oh, that makes me happy, Rich. It was a really good book. You know, it really was. So you should be really proud of yourself. Good.
Oh, I totally
also
agree.
pineapple
But why, Richard? You had
each their own.
You had me in the first half, Richard.
To each their own, Richard. I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a party, you know, you should have food that everyone likes, or say BYOF.
Bring your own
pizza. Bring your own pizza. Bring your own
food.
food. Bring your own beverage.
Richard. So I'm part of the scene. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think he's talking about Bethany Votah.
Was it Bethany?
I think it's her Discord, I think.
Oh, so, that's great. Yeah, we should have known.
Exactly. Did he plug the newsletter? Because that came.
If he hasn't yet, I'm sure it's
today.
coming.
Richard, you talked all about your new book, which is very exciting.
Also, there's great to have gotten. Oh, yeah.
The pineapple. I love it. I just don't like it with ham. So that's.
I don't either.
It's the ham where it loses me.
Yeah, I don't. It's the combination of the two on the pizza. I don't know.
They cook on like the what is that that pork that they cook with the pineapple on top and then that's magical.
Yep.
So I would put that on a pizza.
Well,
glazed.
Okay,
we have a place here called Pie that does like it's a glazed, or I think they call it like Hawaiian pork, but it's not ham. It's like pulled pork consistency, and it's in some delicious sauce, and then they put pineapples on the pizza, and that is fire.
We have it at a lot of our taquerias where they'll have it's almost like the Euro meat machine, and then they put all the pork on, and it's all spiced, but then they've got a pineapple on the top and the bottom. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I know the machine is Döner. Because when I lived in Germany, there was a Döner place like down the road, and we spent more money there than we should have. But it's okay; it was totally worth it. And I missed the like yogurt sauce that would go on the Döner. I would get it like a Döner salad every time. And God, I want to go back. No offense to America.
I would go anywhere.
I feel this, Maggie.
Oh, Richard, you're gonna love it. I'm not kidding. That's the place.
Richard, come on.
That is clever and true.
I hope you enjoy it, Crow. I've got I already had my coffee, so I was just super excited
My
for the
sister
interview.
came in this weekend because we had tickets to the theater and we only made it the first act, but she was here for about a day and a half and she read it in the time she was here.
Oh
like
my gosh.
while I was reading something laying around, she's like, I'm just going to read this. And she picked it up and read it like in 1.5 sittings. And yeah, so far people are loving it. So it makes me happy.
Oh my gosh, there's a lot of comments. You guys,
I think you're way behind. Yeah,
I'm super behind because every time I try to skip a few, like I'm just gonna skip a block, and I'm like, there's still more. Oh gosh. But
I'm still trying to navigate TikTok. That I got more respect for people who do TikTok. Dear Lord, I thought this was easy.
I've done 2. It is not easy. I've done a handful of reels. They're all Loki ones. Sarah,
I was going to say Sarah started doing.
Yeah. Are you doing reels and TikToks? Because I see them come up.
It's mostly TikToks, and then sometimes I'll post
over
my TikTok as a reel on Instagram.
See,
if I especially enjoy it.
That's where I see them is on Instagram.
Yeah. Because I'm an old and don't get in the
and I don't want to do that to my brain.
But hers are good. How are you liking making them?
I go through phases. Like sometimes I'll get really inspired and be like, yeah, I want to do a bunch, and then other times I'm just like, I'm not bothered. I have no thought of what to do. But I've been taking extra, I've been very vigilant in trying to save the audios that I enjoy on other TikToks and Reels. So I have something to be inspired by in case I want to make some. I just scroll through the audio I've got.
Oh, that's smart. Instead of trying to go through all the list of everything, because that's what gets me so overwhelmed feeling is like, how do you know what to do?
Yeah, and then you have to do it in a few seconds. So trying to condense it and then make it really witty, and you guys are good. It's a talent. I'm like, my TikTok would be 5 minutes and I would be like, I don't know how to edit this. What do I do?
I just posted mine, and it's also going to post on Instagram as a reel.
Nice.
And I had fun, and I feel like this is it's also kind of testing my creativity, because I take the premise is I take cliches and then I give you 5 new phrases to replace that cliche with.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and it was fun.
That's a cool idea.
My southernness came out, where in the South we have those sayings that people are like, what? But it makes sense, and you're like, I've never heard that before. So that came out.
Love it.
I just liked your talks, so that'll help you in the algorithm.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome. I also just found Sarah, who I guess I wasn't following on the talks. I was seeing your talks on the Instagram, so I just followed you as well. So
yeah, and when I do go back on TikTok, I will follow you both. I just rarely go over there until
I've made sure to like every single Rightish podcast, because Kelly and Zara both are on the Rightish podcast, and I made sure to constantly follow those.
Yeah.
And they're doing good. They got over 200 views. One of my videos, my first video ever, got 600. Second video, I have 4. And now this new one. So
my Loki videos do great. He gets that.
Loki. I mean, first off,
it's Loki, of course. So that's why I'm like, I only do the reels, and then when I remember, I'll do the same reel over on TikTok. I only do it for him because nobody wants to listen to me try to be funny when I'm not.
Sorry. Whose channel are we on right now? Whose content is sending us to your channel even without these chats? What was that again? No one wants to hear you?
You're loved.
You guys are
you had the idea for scripting the book, okay?
That would be really cool to talk about the behind the scenes of making the comic and the book at the same time. That is something that I think people would be really into.
See?
You could talk about
My
behind the
kids told me
scenes
the
and
same
like,
thing, and I'm
filming.
like, that's boring.
or like a
Nobody wants
time
to-
lapse of you drawing
No,
one
no,
of the
no, no.
panels.
Start filming.
Yes.
Look,
Oh my god, yeah, you could do a time lapse and then of you drawing the panels and then have a voiceover be like, so here I was thinking this, but as you notice, I erased the entire page and I really like what came out better or something like that.
yeah, do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my kids keep telling, they're like, Mom, why are you not vlogging this? I'm like, nobody wants to see me do this.
No, there's a
That's
market for
wrong.
everything. So
I am telling you,
if
the
there,
vlog.
if there could be an OnlyFans for feet, there's a market for them. Okay,
Well,
like
and let me tell don't knock until you tried it, Natalie. I'm just telling you. The vlog
I'm just
thing-
jealous. My feet aren't that great.
Oh, mine have like a weird growth right now. I gotta go see someone about it. I'm like, what's going on down there? Anyway, the thing I was gonna say was this. I think the vlog thing, don't count yourself short. The vlogs is the dumbest thing I didn't do. I should have done that sooner because I've been shocked I've gotten subscribers from every single one. And I'm just like, why? I resisted doing them forever. But I'm telling you, don't knock
All
it.
right.
Try it.
Which
Alright,
is why
I will
I need
try
to pick your brain on vlogging because, like, technically my flash fiction stories is kind of a vlog, but it's a little, like, snapshot vlog.
Thank you, Crow.
Love you, Crow.
Oh, Crow, sending all the love.
I know.
But
I'll
then
try.
I
I'll try.
plan.
I basically steal
Uh-huh.
from Zara like ideas. Like
Oh,
I watch
yeah, that's a good
Zara's,
idea.
I watch. I basically
Oh.
watch other people's and then steal their ideas.
Yeah, maybe that's what I
I'll
should
see
do because and I'm still trying to figure out. So I plan to vlog Flash Fiction February.
Yes.
Ooh, good.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm like, should I do it weekly? Should I do it?
A big super one at the end, or
Definitely
Like
not
a
that.
monthly?
I don't
no?
think
That would be a lot of
editing. And
editing.
I like to like
Making a
have a
sack
whole
again.
bunch of band-aids versus one big slice,
Yeah.
type thing. So
What I'll
What
say
I
is
tend to
this:
do
if
when
you can
vlogging-
find a way to point. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
I was
Sorry.
gonna say, what I do when I'm vlogging, if I'm doing like a really, really long vlog, I'll either vlog every single day and then at the end of every single day I'll edit that day's footage. So then by the time I'm finished filming, I just need to squish all of the parts together so it's less editing work at the end of it.
I like that.
That's a good idea.
I like that idea. It doesn't feel so
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Oh, that's helpful because
Uh-huh.
I don't do well with overwhelming. Like a big project, I have to break it up into smaller.
Yeah.
Chunks.
So when you get like 3 hours of footage and you're like, now I need to edit 3 hours worth of footage. Crap.
Yeah. Which sounds horrible.
Mm-mm.
It
Yeah.
does.
But
All right.
do point out that-
Richard has a birthday. We're going to do one more sprint, but go ahead,
Oh.
guys. Answer number 4. If you've got something coming up, pop it down and with A4 so that I'll know to be sure to click on it before we go. I know we've got Stephanie's book. It's linked up there. If Barrett, if you want to drop the link
Yeah.
again for anybody
Yeah.
who missed it. And if you've got something coming up, a video or a stream or something that's super important that you want us to see, go ahead and let us know. This is the time to do it. You can do it during the sprint. We're going to sprint for 15 minutes while the sprint that's already going. So we've got 14 minutes and it's already going. So my bad. So we're going to sprint. Let us know what you've got going on for the month of February.
Where's question 4? How are people already answering it?
Oh,
You guys are psychic. I'm so
I-
impressed.
loved it. Give me the question. Oh.
Whoop, whoop. All right. I did it. I squeezed in 2 sprints on a Chatty stream.
You did it. I'm so impressed.
You did
I'm
it.
surprised.
By the way, are we allowed to say the guest for later in the month? I didn't know I could do that yet. So yay. When are we promoting that?
Uh-oh, what do I have on?
No. The Author Tubers React. No, we went to That's big.
So the chaos in my house, if anybody wants to recap,
Yes.
I had a dog have a seizure earlier in this
Yep.
sprint, and just now my son ran to the trash can and said, "I'm going to throw up," and then he did.
Oh no.
And now he's helping cook dinner because now he's fine. It's fine. It's out of his system.
Sometimes that happens.
Love
It
that.
happens
Happens
like that
sometimes.
sometimes. You
I'm
puke
just
and then all of a
glad
sudden you feel great.
He has the body analysis to go, hey, I know this feeling. And like I give
He
him
made
a lot
it.
of props. He
He
made it.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
now we wanted to take him upstairs, but the moment that your child says, I'm going to,
Yep.
like any amount of distance is like just seems too far.
Diminishing
Yes.
returns.
Yes.
So yeah, like it's easier to clean up, take out the trash than to clean up carpet. So
Yes. This is true.
100%.
Yes. Whenever you
Hi,
can get your
sweet
kids to do
one.
that, that's
yeah.
oh, there she is, so precious.
So sweet.
Sarah,
one.
did you just go through the same thing on your end? Is something in the air?
She's not feeling very well.
Oh,
Something in
sweet
the air.
heart.
And upset, so.
All right. Well, we're about to
sorry.
give you your mommy
We'll
back.
give mommy back.
Yes. Let's go through these really quick. The birthdays, yes, for sure. We're looking forward to those in February.
Woo-hoo.
Crow and Richard. Margaret Bernard told we have an epic event she had planned for Black History
Yes.
Month, so that has to be awesome. Yay!
Yes,
I'm looking forward to that too.
I think they're looking for a few for buddy reads. So if you're historical fiction, I think she said, and romance maybe, get in touch with Margaret Bernard, and she's trying to buddy people up for Black author tubers books. So
Oh, cool.
that's the idea.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is a great idea. Mag said she's getting publishing Blue Water. Nice.
Woo.
Stephanie's drafting the next novel, Keeping Up with Mark. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, but got to do it. Finishing a draft. Yay. Getting the plumbing done. Dental stuff. Yes. All these things. Get them done. You find some more. I saw a whole bunch, so I'm going to scroll a bit.
Hang in there, Eva. You've got this.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm great for you, Barrett. Really. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm loving them. I really am. It's been fun.
I sometimes want to do a vlog, but then I feel like it would be really weird to do a vlog and do what I try to do when I'm over here on YouTube, because I know YouTube is more permanent than Twitch is only up for 30 days.
Right.
Mhm.
And I have 3 kids, and I don't necessarily want them
To watch you later.
Well, it's not that I don't want them to watch me later. It's just that I want to be really careful about the things that I show
Permanently.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's one thing if it's going to disappear pretty
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, well, if they-
forever.
If like the 3-year-old
a lot of-
comes and sits on my shoulder while I'm sprinting, it's great. Like that's fine because that's real life, and sometimes you got to write with the 3-year-old on your shoulder.
Mhm.
Right.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's happened to me
That's-
multiple times.
That's super real. But I know that in 30 days on Twitch, that video won't be available to the public anymore. So, when he's 10 and doesn't want to see videos of himself,
Yeah. Well, and
there.
you kind of like vlog content, at least. Like you have all the pieces of a vlog in your Instagram stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you time lapse when you're writing, when you're working on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you really do have all the pieces of a vlog in your stories. It's just
I
a
just
matter
need to
of wanting to put them
put them together.
So,
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't look busy at all. I mean, what are you doing with your time?
I'm making another stock. That's what I'm doing with my
You're
time.
so cute.
Oh, that was all of the sarcasm.
That's what I'm doing right now. That's
You're
it,
entirely
and nothing
stupid.
else.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness.
Yeah, I know. Just really chill over here always.
Ooh, keep us posted, Adam, so that we can check it out.
I can't wait. Can't wait.
And Richard called it a night
Oh,
because, like Sarah, it's very late.
yes, it is.
Sarah's hanging in there with us for a little bit
Sarah.
longer, but we're gonna get ready to let Sarah go so she can be with
I am
the
so
sweet
excited
baby.
about this.
Me too.
Yes, yes,
Flash Fiction February.
yes.
It's gonna be great.
It is.
I'll figure it out and let you know.
And then once again, Stephanie's book, guys.
The title's so good.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
love
great cover. It's a great cover too. It's cute.
I know it kind of makes me think of the same type of covers that are popular right now, like the
Yes.
Love Hypothesis.
Yes.
All
Sarah
of the other
Sutton.
ones.
It's kind of got Sarah Sutton's look, similar to of the last two she's done. So yeah, very romancy. It's cute.
Yeah. And I popped in the dates for scripting the book and for Author Tubers React. So if you guys want to join us and hang out with us and chat some more,
Homework
there.
beforehand is optional. You don't have
Yeah.
to. We'll spoil it for you if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Just come in ready to be spoiled. Maggie says on her channel, yes.
No more juice?
Check it out. Check it out.
Mummy take you to bed or Daddy take you to bed?
I will. Oh, it's so cute. Oh,
Mummy has to take
it's so
you to bed.
adorable.
Should we let her
Mummy
outro
has
so
to
she
take
can
you
take
to
her
Yeah.
bed?
Yeah.
Do you want to go ahead and
Okay,
outro
Mummy has to go
then?
take
Yes.
Holly back to bed.
Do it. Yes. It is so
Good night,
cute.
Holly.
Say good night.
Bye, sweetie.
I'm sorry you don't feel well,
You don't want
sweetheart.
to look, no? Okay.
You don't
I hope
have
you
to.
You don't have to. I hope you feel better.
Yeah. Say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, sweet
We hope
one.
you feel better.
Yeah.
She's
Thanks
like,
for
that's
having
it.
me. She's like, okay. Usually, if she sees the camera and she's just like, "Hi."
She's excused. She's
tonight,
not
though,
feeling.
no.
She's not
Well,
feeling
and
her
it's
best. So
late.
she's excused.
Come on then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. Once again, I'm Sarah Cahill. I do videos on AuthorTube charting my journey into becoming a published author. I also stream weekly on Twitch on Wednesdays at time zone change 4 p.m. EST. There we go.
And her Instagram is great
Yes.
Yes.
because
it
it's
is.
got
And-
all the things she shares from TikTok.
Yes. And check out her TikTok if you do
I
TikTok.
also do TikTok. Ready? Come on then.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys.
Have
I'll
a
see you
good
later.
night. Bye.
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 See you later.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's so cute. She's so adorable. Oh my goodness.
Poor
Oh, you guys have so many great things going on. How about you guys up here? Let's start with Natalie so that she can tell us about more about the Flash Fiction
Yes.
February, because I'm super excited. Oh, she said, wait a minute. Dun dun. Oh.
So, Flash Fiction February, I got 30 prompts pulled out of here that will be shared with everybody on Instagram, on Chandra's Instagram account and mine. Every single day, a new prompt. Tomorrow's, I'll give you a little bit of a teaser, but the premise is that you got a prompt and 10 words. Tomorrow's prompt, but I won't tell you the 10 words to include in the prompt, is living with chronic illness. So I am looking forward to certain people's take on that and to enlighten the rest of us.
Ooh.
I'll try.
Anybody, Barrett.
I've never done Flash Fiction, so I'm really excited to play with it in February.
I
That was
highly
cool.
recommend, and I say this in all my videos. I got 45 videos posted up right now, but I have done 68 flashes since September 26th, 24,000 words roughly. I started. Yes, I have a spreadsheet for that, Richard. If you're still in here, but I highly recommend that when you are doing a flash, like just don't worry about it being perfect. Just get it out there and don't set a time limit whatsoever. Your first time ever. I set time limits, but that's because I'm trying different things, and that's what I like about Flash is I've tried different genres that I never thought I'd try before. I've done horror, I've done thriller. I even did like a New York style gang mafia situation. I've done a bunch. And then I even tried, recognizing that I don't have sensitivity readers, I even tried living outside myself. So I've tried writing as a gay man. Sorry to encroach on your territory, Barrett, but you'll let me know if I was wrong.
Welcome.
I mean, I was already halfway there anyways. It's just,
yeah.
Then I decided to choose.
Yeah.
So but I tried writing that way, and it's a great exercise to try before you commit to a full novel.
Yeah. Great.
And I highly, and if anybody feels daunted by the prompts, there is always with Chandra and I Flash Fiction Live. The next one is on her channel this Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern, and that. You get to see, because her and I will read each other's on screen, and you get to see like the critique and what makes it better and such, and that's a good learning experience. Similar to why I recommend Barrett's CGL, with Barrett's, Bex, and Stephanie, CGL, because when you get like, hey, I think it'll be better this way, and you hear it, you go, oh, it would be. Whereas sometimes you're just so close to the picture and you're like, no, wait. And then you go, oh, I see what they're saying. So
you don't feel as connected to Flash either. You know what I mean? I feel like it's easier to take feedback from Flash because it's so short. You know what I mean? It doesn't print it on your mind, kind of.
And Natalie, you guys will read other people's Flash if they're in the chat. So
they can send it as long as they let us know. And we've even had Mama Maggie on, and read her own and gave her feedback. We're like, you can stay on screen or not. It's not going to change our feedback, but we can at least. What I liked about the Flash feedback is that I've said things, and Chandra was like, that wasn't my intent at all. And I'm like, well, what was your intent? And then we talk it out on what her intent as an author. And I'm like, oh, well, if you want to convey that, let's try this. And she goes, oh, yeah, I like that. And so we start collaborating with it. And I've talked enough about everything. But it's been a lot of fun. And my goal is to go through this entire book, which is linked in every single one of my writing prompt videos and the live videos. And a few people have messaged me and said they bought it, so that's even better. I don't get paid though. It's not an affiliate link. So
I thought it was, so I ran and put it in my cart, and then you're like, no, it wasn't, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm still gonna buy it.
I'm still gonna buy it.
But if the company ever comes at me for copyright, I'll be like, hey, I got you some sales, and I give you credit. I never claim these prompts as mine whatsoever. I go, this is from this book. This is how you get the book. And it's more about the writing process and the evolution. And I always bring up a favorite line and least favorite line, because you're always going to find something that you like, that you want in your story, but you don't get complacent and think your story is perfect and doesn't need work either.
Yeah.
Can I ask why you're not doing an affiliate links? Just since you are using the same book, just out of curiosity. Is it
because I don't know how, and it's through Amazon. It's through Amazon, and I went through Amazon and tried to create affiliate. I don't know if I did it right.
We'll talk.
Yeah, I was going to say, Barrett, can you fix that?
Fix Natalie, just fix that. Right there.
You're pointing to it so often, it's like people are going to buy it,
Yeah.
You might as well make some money on it. So.
Yeah, might as well. I mean,
and let me know when you guys get that fixed, because then I will buy it, because I've been wanting to. I dipped my toe for the first time in Flash Fiction when we did the writing retreat, and I was like, I can't. I'm thinking I can't do that. I need to build the world and outline, and it just, she's like, you got a few minutes, go, and I'm like, oh.
And she was live, and there was no way to run.
What I like about these flashes is the two things. One, sometimes I do an outline, other times I don't do an outline whatsoever. But with the 10 words, it makes you get creative, because how are you going to write a story about the future when it says something about I don't know, the very first bicycle or something? Like, how are you going to incorporate something very old with something new, or make something in medieval times, but you got to mention a cell phone? Like, how creative can you be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's where I love the 10 words. And Chandra goes one step further with the 10 words, because I she keeps the words true as their form, whereas I'll
Like,
change
don't
the
change the
text.
text.
I'll change the text to make it fit my story because I'm not bending over backwards. It was bad enough to write the story, so everything. And so far, the longest flash fiction I've written in the book, I've written one that was like 998 words that I'm still waiting on feedback if it's going to be in a literary magazine. But in the book, 647 was the most I've written so far.
That's not one you're waiting on me from feedback, is it?
No. The you gave me feedback.
Okay.
And
No, I was making sure because I was like, wait a minute, I've seen an email about that. I was like, is that
you
dying
gave me
in
the
my
feedback
email right
and-
now. Okay, good.
Yeah, and I got that email. I made the edits, and then I've sent it on to 2 literary magazines. One got back to me already saying thanks, no thanks. I was like, oh, whatever, it's not your forte. And then the other literary magazine, I'm still waiting on, but they said it could take up to like 2 months. So, and then I got my query. So I'm in that waiting stage, and Flash Fiction is just in Flash Fiction February. It's keeping my hands busy because otherwise I'm going to be going, did the email come yet? No. Did the email come yet? No.
Yep.
Author mentor
that
match.
Really
So
on that.
that's going on. Feel
Yeah.
free to join, and I'm going to figure out the vlog thing too. I think I'm going to write down a few ideas, and I also got that TikTok thing, and I posted it, and it's also on my Instagram as a reel now too. So I'm kind of excited. And everything.
Woohoo.
I enjoy writing.
Can't wait to watch.
I don't know if I'm good at it yet, but I enjoy it.
You're good.
Ashley is on Twitch, but what have
Yes.
you got going on Twitch, Ashley? She's a lot of fun. Like, guys, if you're up in the
Yeah,
morning,
and what's your Twitch handle so I can add it?
It is my name. It is Ashley B. Petigo.
Oh wait, I'm already following you. We're
Yeah, I was
fine.
gonna say we're. I think we're there.
I think I jumped on one time. Either way. All right,
Yes.
continue.
I'm over on Twitch at Ashley B. Petigo, and next month, currently I'm in the middle of revising a middle grade kind of like spooky haunted house kind of story. I've done the first 10,000 words in my redraft. And so I'm just going to keep chugging along. Something I'm trying to do this year is be more intentional with those rewrites and redrafting, so that I only have to rewrite it once or twice before I'm ready for beta feedback, where last year when I I had to rewrite it 5 or 6 times before I was like, maybe I will show someone this now. Part of that I think is like just a little more confident in what I'm doing and a little more open to the idea of feedback. Not that I wasn't open to feedback. I just knew that everyone was going to set it on fire in front of me and be like, what is this? Why did you waste my time? So I feel better about that. But that's what I'm doing over on Twitch. And when I'm not on Twitch, I am just making socks and rugs and
I was gonna say
bread.
making socks. Yes.
See?
They're so cute. Look at the socks, guys.
Here's my sock. I got to wear the first pair of socks I ever made. I got to wear them last week when it was super cold. And we're actually going to get snow this week. So I get to wear them again. I'm going to be so excited. Just warm feet.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
Okay. So, can I ask then about Author Mentor Match? You have not heard yet.
We have not heard. No, we have not.
It's like torture. When does it happen?
Man.
So I know a secret, which is that well, it's not that, it's like a secret. A secret. I know a secret. I'm gonna put it on YouTube.
I was like, tell us the secret.
Yeah.
Spill the tea.
So I know a secret, and the secret is that they have all received their form that they turn in to the powers that be with their official pick, and they do have a deadline, and it is soon.
Oh, that's so exciting. Okay, well,
That's
so all the good
exciting.
energy. Side note, I wasn't following you on Twitch, but I just fixed that. Because I was like,
okay.
I haven't gotten notifications, and then I was like,
Me
oh,
too.
That's why. No, I know, because
Apparently,
the
I
follower
never
count
clicked follow.
jumped.
That's okay.
That's why I was like, oh, it was like, it's Natalie and I for sure. Because, like, while we're talking, it's going up. So, yeah, go, Natalie. Do yours next.
Yeah, I gotta go. Dinner's ready. And luckily my kid is not still sick, and the dog is just curled up asleep somewhere. She stopped whining, so that's good. But all my links are down and below. I kind of gave you the spiel of what to expect from me for the next month. We'll see how this plays out.
Yes.
So
Thanks, Natalie.
Appreciate the invite. Thank you
Stay
for
healthy.
making me feel welcome.
Fun.
And thank you for dealing with my I'm still trying to rein myself back, and I know I've been distracted, but I've still enjoyed the conversation and the distractions from my distractions.
We can relate. Like, I'm like here, like, yes, I totally get this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, and I swear I don't teach my kid to wave $1 bills around.
He was like
people,
making
so
it rain. Come on.
I don't know. Keep doing what you're doing, I guess, from a 4-year-old's perspective. All right. Oh, and he wants to press it. He wants to make me leave.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
You're
gonna
click
do the
it.
button? All right. Bye.
Say bye. Getting to press the button is a big deal.
Yes.
Huge.
I can.
Big deal.
The biggest of the big. Okay. Is it my turn?
It's your turn, Barrett.
Hi, I'm Barrett Laurie. I am an aspiring kidlit writer that is on the traditional publishing path, which means slow. So I'm working on that now, and I hope to query it by like fall is kind of my goal. If it happens sooner, great. Yeah, I know. I'm like, it'll happen.
You and me on the query trenches together.
Oh, for sure. I need you right there with me every step of the way. I'm going to be hopping on your Twitch streams because I have to get words, so that's super helpful. Okay, what do I do? Hello, let's focus my mind. I do Critique Group Live second Thursday of every month. I do Author Tubers React with Wrong Way, Nia, and Zara and Charlie. And that's a ton of fun, so don't miss that. And then I feel like there's some other things I do, but they're escaping me at the moment. Vlogs I do now, which is a thing. I have an interview with Chandra on Thursday, and then next Thursday is Michelle Fusterman, and then my talk show starts the following Monday, and my first guest is Lisa Daly. So we're talking about her new book. So
that's amazing.
So all the things.
That's very exciting.
You're so cool.
That's me.
Yep. That's February.
That's February.
Yep. That's what are you looking forward in February? Everything.
This is my slowing down too. This is my slow month.
Oh, good job.
And February, this is me on the 6th and the 20th. We'll be doing scripting the book. We've got The Princess Bride on the 20th at 2, on the 6th at 2, and then on the 20th at 12 we're doing Bridgerton, and we're gonna have our first guest host on there. So Zara Hoffman's going to come on and guest host with us for the Bridgerton one. So I'm super excited. I love talking about adaptations. I love talking about the difference of.
It's a great show.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's really good. The Hunger Games was really, really good. So yeah, it's worth it.
Yep. And then on the 26th, of course, I'll be with Barrett and Charlie and Zara, and we're going to be talking about what is our topic? It's harsh writing advice and then other random topics because we always find things to talk about. So we'll be reacting to all of the things.
Didn't Kate kind of come up with the Author Tubers React thing in the beginning anyway? So it's kind of fitting.
Well, she came up with the unpopular opinion.
That was it.
And I was going to do Author Tubers React, and I was like, what am I going to react? What do I want to do? And then at the same time, she was so I'm like, that's what we're reacting to. So it's like perfect timing.
It really was.
Yeah. So I was like, this is going to be fun. And it was. We had such a good time. So that is what I've got coming up in February, and I'll be doing writing sprints on Fridays. Right now it's scheduled for every other Friday, but who knows? I might do every Friday. We'll see. So midday writing sprints on Fridays on Twitch. Yeah. And Loki is snoring. If you guys, so sorry if you hear it.
No.
I don't hear it. I did last time I was on in your Twitch. I was like, all I can hear is Loki snoring.
Oh yeah, the last time he was right in my lap, and I think I just put him to sleep, and he had no chill. He was just going for it. I was like, "Wow, dog!" I'm just letting everybody know.
So relatable.
Oh goodness!
You guys, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. Is there anything? Did we miss anything that you guys wanted to mention? I think we got it all.
I think that's it.
That's it. All right. Bye, Crow. Bye, Michael. Bye, everybody who's
Bye,
still there in the
everybody.
chat. We appreciate you coming, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.